Yes, sir. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on this special Sunday night edition of the Bama State Recap Show. I'm your host, JB, also the host, creator of the Black and Gold Show. You can find it here each and every Wednesday night on the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. Now, I want to thank you guys for joining. Normally, I pre-record these recap shows, but I had to go live tonight. I had to, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big one tonight. This is going to be a big one. Shouts out to the chat, man. If everybody got the notification for this live, please, thank you. I thank you guys for watching the show, man. My voice may sound a little, because yesterday was just a great day, so I kind of lost my voice a little bit. But thank you guys for joining. Please hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and share this to your people. Man, all my Bama State people. Well, first of all, shouts out. I want to do a shout out to FAMU. Some of the good folks at FAMU, man. Shouts out to my guy Jerome. They invited me to the tailgate, brought me in, they fed me. Jerome even gave me a tour of the campus. So the vibes were immaculate over there at Brad Memorial Stadium. And I want to just go ahead and give them a shout out too as well. And if anybody that's new to this channel and new to the show, thank you guys once again for watching. Hit that like button. But first, let's do the sponsors before we get into talking some ball. So this entire podcast network is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. They are located 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama, your local Benz dealer. So if you're in the market for a new Benz or any other new vehicle, check them out, jackingrammercedes.com, or visit them at location 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. And we are also sponsored by the Yard Apparel brand. Shouts out to my guy, Demetrius Mickles. And you guys know what's going on this week. Homecoming week, Big Bama State. It's going to be a great week, great weekend. And we're going to talk that as well. But to get your shirts, man, your homecoming shirts, I got mine. You got to get yours. Big game coming up this Saturday. That's the new shirt right there. The founding year embroidered t-shirt, black and gold game coming up. You got to get yours, man. Go to theyardapparelbrand.com. Place your order today to get your shirt in time for the game. If you don't place that order today, you may not get it in time for the game. But don't fear, because I was just informed that the Yard Apparel brand will be at the homecoming this Friday at the bookstore, I believe, and will have a vendor, will be a vendor at the bookstore, so you can get some gear on location as well. And we'll have more information about that on Wednesday night show. So yardapparelbrand.com, man. That's another sponsor for this podcast. All right, so this recap, man, y'all know how I normally do the recaps. I normally break them down like possession by possession. I'm not going to do that tonight. I got a lot to talk about in a little amount of time. So, but first of all, let's see what I got. I got something to show you guys. Okay, here we go. All right. So, let's do this right here. All right. Oh, that's Jerome right there. So that was me and Jerome. So shouts out to FAMU, man. I thought I had the other pictures out here, but I don't have them. But shouts out to my guy Jerome, Swag Talk. So y'all can go follow Swag Talk on he's probably doing a show right now, C Wells and them. But shouts out to my guy Jerome, man. They really showed love yesterday for your boy. Also, my dog Khalil, man, shouts out to him. I kind of floated around yesterday, around on the field, and that experience was great. So to talk about that experience, to be able to watch the game on the sideline, kind of follow how the game goes on the sideline. That was great. And Khalil, I'm probably gonna get him on the show as well. So y'all be looking out for that. Appreciate you for tapping in. Yeah, I believe we are the favorites, and the conference is ours to lose. So we definitely, man, I'm feeling, if you're a Bama State fan right now, you should be feeling really good after what you saw yesterday. You should be feeling really good after that performance yesterday. And we're gonna get into it. But before I do that, we put up 42. We put 42 up, so you know what you got to do. The points giving challenge is run through Friday. Donate your $42, man. Support the team. I'm going to donate mine actually after this show. I'm going to go ahead and donate mine. So you can text Swarm as one to 71777. I believe that's the number, if I'm not mistaken. And that's how you can donate your $42 or whatever you want to donate. And it supports the student athletes of Alabama State University. The Alabama State University, I may add. So, and we do this every week. Y'all know we're going to keep doing this and keep supporting the team. All right. So let me get back to the big screen. All right. So we're going to recap this thing, man. I took notes, but like I said, I'm not going to do my breakdown possession by possession because it was actually a new experience for me to actually be on that sideline and kind of float around. And I was trying to take pictures and videos and whatnot, but it was a great experience. And I want to say this too. Bama State was locked in yesterday. Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. had those guys locked in pregame. And when I saw, and I'm gonna say this, I'm just gonna say this, when I saw the team before they walked up to the field, to walk on the field before the game, and I saw Coach E-Rob, gather the troops, I said, oh yeah, this is gonna be a BTA session today. I already knew it was gonna be a BTA session when I saw Coach Eddie have them boys locked in like that. I don't know how I misspelled recap. Y'all forgive me. Let me fix that right quick. But he had them boys locked in, man, for sure. And that team yesterday is a team that can win it all. If we bring that intensity and we play like we played on yesterday and brag, that can definitely travel moving forward. And I don't want to jump the gun, so to speak, and look ahead to Jackson State. They took care of business last night at Southern, but also Bethune-Cookman took care of business. They got the dub over A&M, so they're coming to our house for homecoming, and they're looking to upset Bama State. So we can definitely not overlook Bethune-Cookman for homecoming. So can't look ahead. But I will say this, yesterday it just kind of showed everybody who thought Bama State may not have been that team. It kind of showed them. It put more emphasis on the notice that was put on already that Bama State is the team to beat this year in the SWAC East, the whole conference. And we definitely gonna do that. Yes, for sure. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody watching. So we're gonna do this right here. And before I get started on talking about the game, I'm just gonna post what I'll put this out there, man, and post this because the PA announcer, I don't know if anybody heard what happened, but the PA announcer for FAMU, he said some distasteful things that were uncalled for about the honeybees yesterday. I won't even repeat what he said, you know what I mean? But the statement is right there. We made a statement, and also FAMU posted a statement as well, apologizing for what was said. But like I was seeing on social media, man, people want to be, I can't think of the word, but they want to call it sensitive. And for the people who's calling it sensitive, I say you're wrong. You know, you can toe the line, but not cross the line. And I feel like that PA announcer kind of crossed the line yesterday, man. It's all fun, you know, to pick at the opponent and whatnot, but you don't talk about the honeybees like that. You don't talk about the honeybees. That's one thing you don't do. And FAMU, you know, it's some respect there because they have been beating us, you know, for what 4 or 5 times in a row. We finally got the dub, beat them on their field. They beat us in homecoming last year, so it was already a little chippiness going on during the game. But for that PA announcer to do what he did, man, that was just uncalled for, distasteful. Yes, Mimi, don't be disrespectful, you know. And you know, people are calling for his job, so we'll see what happens with that. Let's see if I got this is what FAMU actually. I don't know if y'all can read that. It's small on my end, but that comes from the social media page. That comes from the president and whatnot. But yeah, it was wrong. And fam just joined the swag. They just joined the swag like 4 years ago. So that ain't how we act in the swag. That's not. We are respectful, you know. And like my guys with I was talking to some of the guys at FAMU's tailgate yesterday, and it was respectful. You know, we got the bragging rights now. So when we win a game, yes, you get the bragging rights until y'all play again next year. But to stoop to that level that guy did to talk about, you know, the honeybees, come on, man, that was just wrong, you know. So I just had to go ahead and put that out there, man. But I got a few pictures from Bragg. Actually, this was after the game. So see sportsmanship right there. You know, nobody got into any fights or nothing like that. You know, so just want to show y'all what happened after the game. Pre-game right there, the boys was, you know, they was ready to go. I would say that they was ready to go. And it showed. It definitely showed on the playing field. So all right, let's get into this this recap, man. Get into this good recap. Now, ASU dominated this game. And when I say dominated, I mean total domination. It did come to a point like before halftime when we kind of turned the ball over. It was 14-6, and we gave them a little momentum coming out the half, but we stopped that very quickly in the third quarter. But first quarter, man, we started off and we ran the ball very, very well. So I also want to give a big shout out to that 3-3-4 stable, man. My guy, Jawan Lewis, Coach Lewis. Man, that group did their thing. Let me pull up these stats real quick. 299 yards. 299 yards on the ground. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that big game from our running back group. And we ran the ball 42 times for 299 yards. 7 yards a carry. Marcus Harris, the second, with the hat trick. I have the highlight, but it wouldn't let me post it. But all you have to do is go to my social media or go to Bama State Sports social media. You'll see all the highlights of the game yesterday, the touchdowns and the big plays. But Marcus Harris, the second, man, shouts out to that kid. 3 touchdowns on yesterday. You know, he had a career day, and they was having fun too, man. They was having fun. Like going into the fourth quarter, it was like a concert on the sideline. Boy, they was hype, and you could just tell they knew that we had them. And because we scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter as well on the ground. Jamari Holmes, player of the game, 22 carries, 135 yards for him. Like I say, Marcus Harris had 1 carry for 27 yards, but it was a touchdown toward the end of the game, kind of put the icing on the cake. And I was happy for J.R. Gardner, his first career collegiate touchdown run. So shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to his dad, Kenneth, as well. Jabbar Kirkendale also ran tough. Carl Ligon. Andrew Body. Andrew Body ran really good yesterday. He took some hits. He was smart with the football, though. Andrew Body still does not have an interception. He was 10 for 18, only 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Jalen Jones, by the way. And he was really, picking his spots. He ran when he had to. He made some things happen with his legs, and he made some nice passes. Couple passes that he wished he probably could have had back. We could have had some more big plays. So if you're looking at this score, this 42-14 could have easily been 56. You know what I'm saying? We could have easily scored 2 more touchdowns at least. Shouts out to Dylan Creech. He fumbled the ball before halftime, but man, Creech was out there balling. He was doing what he does, doing what he does, knocking people, putting them on their behind, and being, with reckless abandon out there, playing violent, So shots out to Creech. That defense, that Black Swarm defense, man. And I told everybody, I wasn't worried about the offense. I told everybody that we was going to score at least 30 points, at least. And, the fellas kind of laughed at me a little bit, man. They said, FAMU, they kind of like, man, y'all ain't gonna, we got a defense. Yeah, y'all got a defense, but Bama State going to score at least 30 points, and we scored 42. Really, they scored that last touchdown in garbage time, but it counts. It counts. The quarterback for FAMU, RJ Johnson, was not very good. 20 for 33, 133 yards, threw a touchdown toward the end of the game. But Franklin was a beast, though. 13 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown. By far the best player on FAMU's team, especially on offense. But I don't know, man. I'm hearing from the streets, that Cozy might be on the hot seat. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't have nothing to do with Bama State, but I just heard that from the streets while I was out there in Tallahassee yesterday. But by the way, let's see. Jalen Jones got 5 touchdowns on the year, man. Added 2 more touchdowns to the 3 he already had. So I don't know, man. It's looking really good. His offense is looking really good. Hornet Sam, what's up with your brother? What's up? We pulled them belts out at Bragg yesterday. A time was had at Bragg. That's all. I mean, that's the catchphrase. So, what else I got? Let me see if anything else I want to mention. But as a team, the third down efficiency was great. 8 for 12, 1 for 1 on 4th downs. Yes, sir. Shouts out to Jarvis. Dominated and sent the Rattler fans home early. Yes, they did. They started leaving like mid-third quarter. They started leaving. Oh, Hornet Sam, you was there? Did you see me on the sideline? I was like, hey, man, I'm just doing my job, bro. I'm just doing my job. But you can win any game with that kind of efficiency on third down. But we had 4 turnovers on downs. And that's just dominant football. That's just dominating the other team, forcing them into going forward on 4th down and stopping them, And it's no more you can explain by that. It's nothing else you can explain but a dominant performance. Like I say, 42 rushing attempts, 300 yards. They had 176 on the ground, but we did what we had to do. We dominated that game. Did what we had to do, man. So yeah. What you say? FAMU football. Damn, they had practice after the game. Man, that's boy. Hey, that's news to me. But hey, do I blame the coach and the coaching staff for making them guys practice? I also heard that they had some little riffraff on the sideline on their side, which I can't confirm that or deny that, but I just heard that. So, don't quote me on it. But yeah. Yeah, man. I just looking at this game, I was expecting Bama State to win. I picked them to win like 31-20. Was not expecting 42-14, but a BTA in Bragg on a nice Saturday afternoon, no rain. It was hot as hell out there, but I mean, great football weather. And the team was having fun on the sideline, man. The vibes on the sideline. I mean, but let's talk this defense. This Black Swarm defense. Man, shouts out to Rudy John Luis, man. He played his ass off yesterday. And I felt like he imposed his will early on. Early on, you heard his voice. I was kind of far back because I didn't want to get too close. But you heard his voice out there when he was making tackles. He was letting them know that I'm here. And I like Rudy, man. He's a great personality. You see him off, after the game, he's running around, and man, I really like this defense. After that first game, everybody, I say this every week, but we got 52 points put on us in Birmingham. First game of the season. Kind of embarrassing for the defense to give up that many points. But since then, we haven't given up 52 points combined, right? If you're looking at the rest of the games, we haven't given up 52 points combined since that first game. So that tells me this defense is locked in. They were tackling, man. Shouts out to Trey Phillips. He was making some tackles. DeAndre Morris, he was a beast yesterday. Number one on our defense. He was a beast yesterday. No, the Central State transfer is Jaleel Lenore. Number 33, he was a dog as well. And you heard him too, bargain. He was, hey, man, that guy, I like Jaleel Lenore a lot too. He's the Central State transfer. But those guys showed up and they played very well and dominated. They dominated that game. Yeah, it was a point of the game where I was like, man, FAMU was imposing their will. It was like right before halftime. They ran the ball down the field and scored a touchdown. That was their best drive they had when they scored that touchdown to make it 14-6. But after that, it was just all Bama State. It was all Bama State. So, what else I got for this? I thought I had something else for you guys. I didn't upload all my pictures. I apologize for that, but I want to look at the remaining schedule real quick, because I'm not gonna hold you guys too long. But we got Bethune-Cookman for homecoming. We know that. Jackson State on the road. Then you get the bye week, and we have the Magic City Classic, which is going to be an exciting game. I know A&M lost a close game last night to yesterday to Bethune. So this SWAC East is Bama State's to be had. Because if you're looking at the next three opponents, they're in the SWAC East. Bethune, we got to take care of business with that. Then you got the big Jackson State matchup. That's for first place. And then you're going to have Magic City Classic. So we can pretty much close that door. We got to keep winning, though. You don't want to look ahead too far, but I'm looking ahead just to show you guys what we have. 3 big games in a row for sure. And we got to win all 3 of those, bro. We got to win all of those. If we can't afford a slip up in these next 3, we can't. Maybe we, and I don't want to look at like the PV game. It's on the road. It's going to be a tough game after Magic City Classic. So it's no more bye weeks. After the JSU game, we get that bye week. Those last 6 games are in a row. There's no more bye weeks after that. You get Magic City. You got to go to PV. Then you're back home. Then you go to Valley. And then you're back home for the last 2. Actually, you don't go to Valley. You go to Mobile for the Port City Classic. And I will be there as well. So it's looking good for Big Bama State right now. It's looking really good. And I'm feeling good. If you're a Bama State fan, of course, you're watching this show. I know you feeling good as well. And I think we're going to take care of business. I really think Bama State is poised to win the SWAC East this year. I said that before the season. I was like, man, I feel like it's our year, because, FAM won it in 23. Jackson State won it in 24. It's time for Bama State to win it in 25. And that's the big three, FAMU, Jackson State, Bama State. That's the big three in the SWAC East. You got Bethune playing pretty good ball right now. Then you got A&M playing good ball. They're trying to break up this big three. But if you're looking at FAM, they're not big three right now this year. Hey, man, shouts out to you, Shay Cole, man. Hey, the tailgate was popping. I told everybody at the beginning of the show, the tailgate was popping. I appreciate you guys for inviting me in there. So it was definitely a time was had in Bragg. A time was had in Bragg. And I will keep saying that. Great memories yesterday, by the way. Great memories. Jackson definitely looks beatable. Yeah. That game is going to be that's the game of the year. If you're looking ahead, it's only in 2 weeks. But I just said something about looking ahead, and we can't do that. What we can look ahead to is the homecoming festivities that's going down this week. So if you in the Gump, if you reside in the Gump, or if you're coming for homecoming, we got a lot going on. Actually, they got a fashion show that they do on Sunday nights that's going on right now. So I don't know. I got a different schedule on my phone that I'm showing you guys. I'm trying to pull this up because I can't see that, but it's right there for you guys to see. With the concert, comedy show, step show, all the festivities going on. And then the homecoming game is on Saturday, 2 p.m. Make sure you get there early. If you're tailgating, I don't know. You might be out of luck if you're looking for a tailgate spot, but I expect everybody to come on out. Man. It's gonna be a great weekend, a great week of festivities. Yes, that's right. BCU is next. One game at a time, for sure. But that's what we got going on for sure. That's what's going on for the week, man. And like I mentioned, if you don't have your official homecoming shirt, man, the founding year embroidered tee, if you don't have that, this is where you go get it at, man. You can place your order tonight. TheYardApparelBrand.com. Place your order tonight to get your shirt in time for homecoming. If you can't do that, I'm sure my guy Demetrius will have some on deck this Friday because he will have a spot set up. I will give you more information on that this Wednesday night on the Black and Gold Show. As you know, 8 p.m. Central Time. You got to check us out each and every Wednesday night for the Black and Gold Show. In case you don't know, you better lock in with us. And I'm going to try to get Khalil on the show this Wednesday, man. Me and Khalil chopped it up real good yesterday. I got to get, his input. And he knows all about what goes on at Bama State. He's locked in. Very, very locked in at Bama State. And what else I got for you guys? Also, the points giving challenge, man. Make sure you guys donate. Do your part. Send them $42. Let's support these Hornets. They're going to get a lot of money from us this year. I can already see it. It's been 30 plus. It's been 30 plus every game. So they're going 42 piece. Who knows what it's going to be next week. So just make sure y'all put a little something to the side to donate for these guys, man. Text SWARM as 1 to 71777. It'll send you the link, or the QR code is right there. And like I said, I'm about to donate my 42. And each and every week, we're going to donate to this Bama State athletic department, the football team, NILs, man. We got to support our own, HBCU, SWAC. We got to support our own athletes, man. If we don't support them, nobody else will support them. So I'm just going to say that. And shouts out to the sponsors of the show, the Yard Apparel brand. Got on my gear right here. Jack Ingram, Mercedes-Benz, the sponsor of the whole Sports Talking with JB podcast network. And that's it, man. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. We put BTA on them Rattlers, like I said we would. Now we're 24-hour rule. It's been 24 hours since we did that. Now we have to look forward to homecoming. We got to focus on BCU now. Bethune-Cookman is coming to our place. We got to protect our house. We can't let nobody come into our home and take our food off our plate. So we got to lock in on BCU. And this Wednesday night, we're going to talk all about that. So make sure you join us right here on Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern for the Black and Gold Show. Before we get out of here, y'all know what to do if you haven't already. When the show started, you can do it right now. Please hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share it to your people, man. It's your boy JB, host of the Black and Gold Show. You have watched the Bama State Recap Show. And I'm out of here, man. God bless y'all and see y'all later this week.